Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. A caretaker who claims her family is sabotaging her inheritance.
By having her arrested and charged with elder abuse.
She punched me. I could not defend myself.
He believes that you put your hands on him in anger. Are you denying that?
Yeah, I discovered to lift him up to go to bed.
There is evidence that you have had physical confrontations with an elder you're taking care of. You need to clean up your act or you're going to jail. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Well, take a listen to an excerpt of this voicemail my guest Natalie left for her mother, Mimi.
Hi, Mom. You guys are sick in the head. And you know what? I am not scared of you. I'm disgusted. Totally disgusted. Do you want to ruin my life, Mom, before you die or me and coronavirus to top it off? What the is wrong with all of you? Really? How dare you?
Well, so what could possibly have caused Natalie to leave that rant on her mother's voicemail? Well, Natalie says her mother Mimi and sister Pascal have ruined her reputation and sabotaged her inheritance by having her arrested and charged with elder abuse and battery against their family friend. Now, Natalie claims it was an honest accident and that she did nothing wrong. But Pascal and Mimi say they are terrified of Natalie and fear she could seriously injure someone if she doesn't get her rage under control, and they mean right now, today.
My 54-year-old sister Natalie is so rude, disrespectful, and out of control.
Mom, you don't give a about me. You're a liar. Bye.
She just gets into your face and just mad, screaming.
Gets so close that she's spitting at you because she's so angry.
She does scare me. She could do anything.
Recently, Natalie was arrested for attacking our 89-year-old family friend, Harry. She is now facing elder abuse charges.
It's very scary for me to hear that she had gone that far with Harry.
She somehow thinks that it was me that sabotaged her and called the police. I seem to be her trigger. I don't know why. She hates me so much.
Natalie definitely is jealous of Pascal.
Natalie has never been married. She has no children. Right now she works as a crossing guard. She does have a dog that she's responsible for.
Natalie is mad at the world and complains about everything. She complains she's always so tired. Tired of what? I don't know.
She lives her life as a carefree teenager.
She doesn't have nothing to be unhappy about.
There's something chemically off with Natalie. She can't concentrate. She's all over the place. She doesn't make sense.
I have seen her pour the vodka. You know, she pours a lot.
When Natalie drinks, she gets super agitated.
After a couple of drinks, I know she's going to start fighting. She told me, there's no way I'm going back to jail. I'm going to kill myself. It's on you, Mom, and on Pascal.
Now, before I talk to Mimi and Pascal, I have a question for all of you in the audience and all of you at home. What's your attitude of approach to life? Everybody has a way of going through this world. Some people decide they want to go through it kicking and screaming, pissed off the entire time, raging, upset with everybody. Other people decide, you know what? I got one trip through this. It's not a dress rehearsal, so I'm going to do this and get along in some way. How about you? What is your approach to life? Think about that as we go through this today. Now, you two think that Natalie is one of those people that goes through life kicking and screaming.
Yes. Natalie's angry at the world. I can't figure it out.
But why? Why did she choose that way of being in the world?
I don't know. She had it made the last 7.5 years living with our family friend, Harry. He's very easy to care for. She was supposed to be a caretaker, and she could survive on this job that she has, and free room and board. And she is never nice. She's rude, disrespectful. She treats him like dirt. And
But even in that situation, she chose to go through that with a chip on her shoulder,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
She has a chip on her shoulder with you.
Yes, she does.
What is
She's
it?
unpredictable. Sometimes she can come and be very nice, but she can turn around and start screaming for any reason. Maybe the weather is bad and everything affects her like this. It's raining today. I do not like. It's too hot. It's too cold.
Well, does she personalize that? Does
Yes.
she? Because she was irritable with us during the pre-interview.
Yes.
It's like she was doing us a favor, like she was bothered that we were asking her questions.
You cannot talk to her. She just goes on. I cannot interrupt her. She just goes on and on and on. You cannot talk to her. And if she doesn't like it, if you start talking and she doesn't like it, she just leaves and slams the doors.
You say she's abusive to people, has
Yes.
never been motivated to make her own way, pull her own way, that
Like
she
it's
feels
no
like the
ambition.
world owes her a living.
Right.
Well, what's her theory as to why the world owes her a living?
We can't figure that out.
There's a point at which people say enough's enough and too much is too much. Is that where you are with Natalie?
Yes,
Oh.
definitely.
We were going to give up. I mean, we called you because
But there's nothing
the
we
only
can
person in this planet that I feel that she will listen to, hopefully.
She got in my face and started screaming at me. She's shaking my chair like this and hit me in the shoulder.
He scratched your hand whenever she grabbed a hold of you, and we have a visual of this where it tore the skin, correct?
Yes, it tore the skin. That's happened before too. Last time on the same hand, ripped up about a 2.5-inch tear in it.
And later, so you're saying you don't get frustrated and angry with him?
Well, I get frustrated, but I'm not going to hit him.
Well, he said you did hit
I
him.
picked him out of the chair. What's my word against his? They weren't there.
Natalie is now facing criminal charges, right?
Yes. Yes.
2 misdemeanor charges
Yes.
for elder abuse and battery.
Yes.
And this could lead to thousands of dollars in fines and a year or more in jail. And she thinks you put him up to this.
Right.
We're responsible.
Yeah.
Here's what
Exactly.
89-year-old Harry has to say about that night. Take a look.
It's about 8:30 at night, and I'm saying goodnight to my girlfriend of 35 years. And I say goodnight to Pascal for me. Natalie came running out and started screaming at me about Pascal. I turned my chair to face her like this, and she got in my face and started screaming at me. She's shaking my chair like this. I told her, please stop. You're making me hurt. Up here in the heart. I walk around here and she followed me. She grabbed my arm and scratched my hand and hit me in the shoulder. She punched me in anger. I could not touch her. I could not defend myself because I would be the one that they'd be looking for. I go to the gate to get away of my own house. She grabs me and says, you can't go down there, you're gonna hurt yourself. I walked back in the house and said, I can't take any more of that, Natalie. No more. I immediately called the police. This has happened 4 or 5 times. It periodically has been getting worse and worse. You need to get this hate out of your system, Natalie.
Okay, now this girlfriend he's talking about is you.
Me, yes.
Yeah.
We known each other for a long time, and
Yeah.
we're very close as friends.
All right. Well, 2 days after the incident, Natalie was in jail, and Harry filed a temporary restraining order on her, so she can't come back around him.
Right.
And so that we may honor this temporary restraining order, I need to talk to Harry first and then dismiss him when Natalie comes to the stage. And so Harry is joining us by phone today. So Harry, are you there?
Yes, I am.
It's nice to meet you, sir. Now, you said this has happened 4 or 5 times before, correct?
Yes, it has. Over the years, it's happened several times.
And what usually sets this off?
It could be anything. but you never know when it's coming. And I think it has a little bit to do with alcohol. That definitely makes it worse.
Uh-huh. Now, she scratched your hand whenever she grabbed a hold of you, and we have a visual of this where it tore the skin, correct?
Yes, it tore the skin.
Okay.
But that's happened before, too. The last time on the same hand, it ripped about a 2.5-inch tear in it.
Okay.
But I know that both times probably wasn't done on purpose, but it was done.
Yeah. She was putting her hands on you in anger. That's the point.
That's the point.
Now, did anybody put you up to this, Harry, or did you do this on your own in terms of calling the police and asking for some protection?
No, I did this. I went over to the manager's house.
And you called from there?
And I called from the manager's house.
Okay, well, here are some excerpts from the incident statement for the temporary restraining order as well against Natalie. It says, Natalie was triggered and she got in my face. Natalie chased me screaming. She called me stupid. She kept following me and getting in my face. At one point, I tried to go outside my house and onto my deck, but she blocked me. So there was also imprisonment. She wouldn't let you leave when you wanted to, which is an element of elder abuse as well. You don't have control over where you go and when. So you don't trust her now.
Of course not.
You say that Natalie feels entitled to your home.
Well, I guess she does, but she shouldn't. I have 3 other daughters.
Did you intend to leave your home to Natalie when you pass away?
No.
Because her assertion is that her family has talked you out of her inheritance, that you were going to leave her your home.
No. No way.
That's not in your will.
No. What's in my will is an equal share with my other daughters and Maurice, my closest friend.
Mimi.
Well, that's very generous of you, Harry, at all to include people that you know and have taken care of you. That's very, very generous. It seems to go with your personality, though. Well, listen, we can't let you be involved when she is here. So we're going to have to say goodbye to you for right now. But thank you for bringing us current on all of this. And Pascal says 2 months ago, her welcome home greeting from her sister Natalie was a 2-footed kick to the chest. What could have possibly triggered that? We'll meet Natalie after the break and find out.
Accidentally grabbed Harry's hand to pick him out of the chair to go to bed, and his skin, it ripped. They're calling me an elderly abuser. Harry's not in danger of me because he's like my grandpa. My family and Harry are out to sabotage me. They think I'm a murderer.
2 months ago, my sister assaulted me at my mom's house. She was speaking with my mom and Harry sitting on the couch. She kept interrupting. I said, "What's up?" She called me an and then I'm like, "Oh, you learned a new word." And I turned towards her, and she was sitting here like this, and she just popped me and double-barreled me in the chest. Shocked me more than anything. I thought about it for about 2 seconds, and I proceeded to call the police. I hadn't seen my sister in a year, and that was my welcome home.
Well, Natalie, Pascal's younger sister and Mimi's daughter, is here today. She says she's tired of everyone mistreating her and making her feel like the black sheep of the family. She says she hates drama and calls herself a regular old beach lady who just wants everyone to get along.
I feel like Harry, my mother, and my sister throwing me under the bus because they're taking away something I've earned. I was thrown out of Harry's house because I accidentally grabbed his hand to pick him out of the chair to go to bed, and his skin, it ripped. It was an accident. Because I was a caretaker and accidentally picked him up and hurt his skin, they're calling me an elderly abuser. Harry's not in danger of me because he's like my grandpa. 8 years ago, me and Harry made arrangements for me to be a caretaker for him, to do cleaning and cooking. and shopping and going to the doctors so I would have a free rent. So Harry has dementia. I talk loud because he can't hear me, and then he misunderstands me, so they think I'm yelling at him. I go, do I have the volume control wrong, Harry? I'm trying. I'm an Aries, and my sister and mom are Cancer. I don't always base my life on signs, but we just clash. We don't get along. My sister and my mom think I drink too much. I have 1 or 2 drinks, and so does Harry. My mom and my sister drinks quite a bit too. I feel like they think they're better than me. I'm an adult. I don't want them to tell me what I should be doing. It drives me nuts.
I feel Natalie has taken advantage of Harry's kindness and generosity. She blew a good thing.
I would never hurt him. I'm just really disturbed by it all. My family and Harry are out to sabotage me. They think I'm a murderer. I go, that's why I'm upset with them. Yeah, I think it's gone too far.
Natalie, how are you today?
A little stressed out, but I'm okay.
Yeah. You have charges of elderly abuse against you and battery against you for your actions with Harry, who you have been the caretaker for. Mm-hmm. And these are the charges: the violation, inflicting injury on an elder adult, section 368B1, elder abuse, you've pleaded not guilty. Violation, battery, 243E1, domestic assault, plea not guilty. And the scheduled hearing is coming up in January. And you can face, for each of these charges, up to a year in jail and thousands of dollars in fines. Does that seem right?
No, Dr. Phil, it was an accident. I accidentally hurt his skin. I have not abused him. We talk loud because he hasn't heard. I don't physically abuse Harry. I picked him out of the chair, and it was an accident. I ripped his skin.
Well, I just talked to him, and he didn't have any trouble hearing me.
Well, when he's on the phone, he does. It's just how it is when I'm in the house, the volume control.
So you're saying you don't get frustrated and angry with him?
Well, I get frustrated, but I'm not going to hit him.
Well, he said you did hit him.
What's my word against his? They weren't there.
And he says this isn't the only time that it's happened. It's happened a number of times, 4 or 5 times.
No, I took him to the hospital. He fell in the flower bed in March and May. A few times he's fallen on his own out of bed, helped him up on COVID. On his own, he accidentally fell.
Okay, well, because of the restraining order, you two can't interact.
Right.
And he can't hear anything that you say, but you can hear some of the things that he has to say.
Right.
And this is what Harry says happened the night of the alleged assault, just so you know.
Natalie came running out and started screaming at me about Pascal. I turned my chair to face her like this, and she got in my face and started screaming at me. She's shaking my chair like this. I told her, please stop. You're making me hurt. Up here in the heart. I walk around here and she followed me. She grabbed my arm and scratched my hand and hit me in the shoulder.
He was in the chair, and I lifted him up to go to bed when I got his hand. He was getting out of his chair, and it ripped the skin a little bit, and I go, let's go to bed. And he went to bed 2 hours later, then all this other stuff happened. You weren't there.
Well, he was.
I know.
And,
well,
and that's what he's
not
saying.
True.
And you say that he has dementia. I talked to him for several minutes before. That man doesn't have dementia. He was oriented as to person, place, time. He was very articulate. He gave a very clear account to me of what he recalls happening.
Okay. I don't know. Sometimes he forgets things, I thought. So.
Well, we all sometimes forget things, but he doesn't appear to have dementia.
Okay.
But you seem to think they put him up to this.
I know she made, when the officers came, he was just questioning me, and then she made, I know the report is not correct completely. And she hardly knows Harry, whatever.
I met Harry when I was 22 years old.
But you hardly hung out with him.
Even though my mom had a charter business on the boat.
But did you do caretaking or anything
I used
for
to
him?
hang
No,
out.
nothing.
Well,
Yeah, I've known Harry for a long time.
No.
And,
but you do think that your family is trying to sabotage you, your relationship with him, your inheritance, your life, those are your words. Now answer my question. Did you put your hands on him in anger? Not that you intended to tear his skin, obviously.
No. I just go, let's go to bed. I'm tired of this.
So you deny putting your hands on him in anger?
Yeah, I just go to lift him up to go to bed.
Okay. I don't believe that.
I cannot talk to my daughter, so I have to write her letters. Nobody can talk or have a normal conversation with you. You are very disrespectful towards us. Don't be hateful. Concentrate on what is important in life. Your family loves you. I wish with all my heart that you will turn your life around. She doesn't even acknowledge that I sent it to her. She still don't listen. She's exactly the same.
You do think that your family is trying to sabotage you, your relationship with him, your inheritance, your life. Those are your words.
Partially, yes.
We just want to help you.
Yeah.
They're telling me they don't like the way I work, they do this wrong, this, and then I, we have a cocktail tour night, and so does Harry, and so do they. And, we get, a little upset because of the coronavirus, and I go in my room and relax, but get everything together. But that night, I just got a little upset, but I just grabbed him out of his chair, I remember. And then, hurt, and then we walked to the kitchen, and we bandaged it up. And I went to my room to sleep. 2 hours later, the officers came.
So you were upset that night?
Oh, yes, I was a little upset, but I didn't hit him. I was upset talking about her being here and just talking in general, because we've never got along for our whole lives. We just don't really get along.
Well, he says he was on the phone talking to your mother.
I didn't know that. I was already in my room, so that's how I heard.
That you heard him say goodnight to Pascal. And that triggered you, and you came out yelling at him for saying, say goodnight to Pascal.
I didn't even know he was on the, I knew he was making a call, then I went back to sleep.
So why did you come out upset?
I don't remember that. I don't remember that part exactly. I just know I didn't want to talk about her, and then I went to sleep.
But you did come out to his chair.
Yes.
And you said you were upset when you came to his chair.
Well, I just talked to him and go, I wish that was the beginning before the phone call. That was before the phone call.
You heard him say my name.
So, and then I'm going to go to sleep, and he was in his chair, and I go, let's go to bed. And I lifted him up, and that's when I accidentally got his hand, and then I go. And so I went
What were you upset about then?
I was just saying, let's just go to bed now. I was just tired and over talking about her and how I don't want to talk about her or, see her anymore.
So she had come up?
She had come up in the conversation, at the beginning, before he made the phone call, talking about, yes.
Were you rough with him then?
No.
How did his hand get torn?
Because I lifted him up out of the chair, and when I did, he has paper-thin skin because he's 89. And he's done this 4 times the last couple months, too, and been in the hospital and fell on the flower bed, right, Mother? Yes.
Listen, I don't think you tore his skin on purpose.
No, I did not, sir.
I'm not saying that. I'll 100% give you that.
Yeah.
But I am saying that he believes that you were angry and that you were putting your hands on him in anger. Are you denying that?
I just go, let's just go to bed. Forget it. It's time to go to bed, and I was going to drop it. That's how I felt as it was.
Now answer my question. Did you put your hands on him in anger? Not that you intended to tear his skin, obviously.
No. I just go, let's go to bed. I'm tired of this.
So you deny putting your hands on him in anger?
Yeah, I just go to lift him up to go to bed.
Okay. I don't believe that. I don't believe you tore his hand on purpose.
No.
And I do believe you put your hands on him in anger. Pascal says Natalie has left their mother countless hateful voicemails and text messages saying that they are determined to ruin her life and reputation. We'll take a closer look and listen to some of these things when we come back.
You're the ass, Mom. Really? Why is she at your house? You don't love me, and I don't love you anymore, Mom. You guys are sick in the head. And you know what? I am not scared of you.
Natalie is not a good caretaker. Natalie leaves Harry to cook his breakfast himself, eat alone, leaves him for most of the day. Harry does his own laundry. And when asked what Natalie's been doing with her day, she tells Harry, it's none of your business.
She was not responsible. She was not a companion, really.
Natalie's taken advantage of Harry's kindness. Harry just recently bought Natalie a new car and had been giving Natalie $1,000 a month to purchase groceries.
She did the minimum that she had to do.
Well, Natalie claims that when she accidentally injured their elderly family friend Harry, her mother and sister completely blew the situation way out of proportion and now treat her like she's a murderer. Since being arrested 2 months ago, Mimi says Natalie has barraged her with hateful text and voicemail messages.
You know what? How dare you, Mom? Teresa and Pascal, they don't cook, clean, take care of Harry or Dad. Do the math, Mom. Really? Why is she at your house? You don't love me, and I don't love you anymore, Mom. I'm not crazy. I'm mad. I'm disgusted. You guys are sick in the head. And you know what? I am not scared of you. Do you want to ruin our life, Mom, before you die or me? And coronavirus to top it off. What the is wrong with all of you? Really? Guess what? You think you're happy? You're not either. You're sick, Mom, too. You're sick, daughter. You know what? May God help all you, too. Pascal's good. Woohoo! Go let her listen. She's manipulating with your brain. Snap out of it, Mom. You guys go to jail. You guys all need you to experience it. And they got away with it, so no, I'm fine. I know my right head. Don't worry, Mom. You don't give a about me. You're a liar. Bye.
Yeah, you did.
When?
Wow,
When?
that sounds pretty angry.
Yeah, I was a little angry. I have messages too. I wasn't that thorough. Sorry. I should bring mine.
From who?
From you.
Did you kick her in the chest with both feet?
No, I did not. I go away from me. I did not. I did not kick her.
You did too.
I did not.
Well, I don't know what you were on that day, but you
I
were out of
go away.
your mind.
I go away.
No,
No, get out because you're always in my face, embarrassing. You telling me I'm
was
belittling. Saying my
raging.
job is belittling. Being
We
a
never
cross
said
guard,
that.
Which I take care of.
Never
children.
said that.
Yes, you have. You're a liar. But yeah,
I'm
I did
not
go away
gonna
because I
argue
just
with you.
don't get along with her and
You
my
either
father.
kicked,
me and
you
her.
either kicked her or you didn't.
I didn't kick her. I went like this. I did not kick her. I
With
don't
your
remember
hands or
kicking
your
her.
feet?
You forgot,
Oh, really?
Anthony. You went.
What's
Yeah,
your goal?
you were
To put me
so
in jail?
high
Is that
or
what your
something.
goal
You
is
don't
for you
even
guys?
No,
Is
it's
that gonna
not
make
my
you happy?
goal.
Is that your goal?
My
Is that
goal
what
is
you sound
to
like? You just
help
want to
you.
sabotage me.
And
I
hopefully
do
we
take care
can
of
get-
Harry, and you help, Mom. Pascal has nothing to do with this, really. She just wants to be involved because she's a control freak.
That's not true,
It is too, Dr.
Natalie.
Phil.
So you have no ownership in this at all?
Just the brief of it, yes.
Because listen,
I'm a little upset.
let me be honest with you. I'm going to be I'm going to give you some real honest feedback, and you can take it or leave it. That's totally up to you. You know, I've spent a lot of my professional career as a litigation consultant, and you would not be a good witness in your own behalf. You're not credible in some of the things that you're saying here. Behaviors either occur or they don't. Your sister says, with your mother as a witness, that you kicked her in the chest. Now, is that the end of the world? You know, siblings fight.
Yes, thank you.
It's not the end of the world. Come on.
I haven't even hardly seen her in 19 years. Barely seen her.
I get that. It has nothing to do with whether or
not.
not this discrete behavior happened or not. But you say, no, I didn't. I didn't kick her. That's just not a credible denial. It's just not a credible denial. You wanted her out of your face. You got her out of your face.
I don't remember doing that. I don't.
You seem like you just want to be oppositional and persist in non-credible denials. I'm just trying to help you here.
Okay.
This is what I do, and I'm telling you, you're headed for a crash. Natalie told Mimi that she would rather kill herself than go to jail, and her blood would be on their hands.
I didn't say blood be on my hands.
Well, that is a very bold statement to make.
You're making up
You don't
stories.
even know what
My
to
word
say.
is
We'll
yours.
talk about all that when we come back. I'm telling you, you've got an attitude about you that a judge is going to drop a hammer on your ass. Hey everyone, season 19 is underway.
If you never made it to Hollywood to be a part of the studio audience, well, now it doesn't matter. If you're in Oklahoma, Georgia, Texas, New Jersey, or anywhere else in the world, now you can be a part of our virtual audience.
Go to drphil.com and click on Be Part of the Audience for more information.
About less than 6 months ago, Harry and my mother were saying, Harry feels like you're his daughter and you're gonna get this home. We think you deserved it.
Natalie is under the impression that she was going to inherit Harry's home. That has never been the case. We have no clue why she thinks she deserves that.
I feel like this is a good excuse. They don't want me to inherit that.
Well, Mimi says she has a trust set up for both of her daughters, but right now, Natalie deserves absolutely nothing because she treats her so terribly. She says she's concerned that Natalie is using alcohol and possibly drugs to self-medicate. Now, I'm going to...
Drugs, how dare you? She smokes pot and drinks. Pascal, you don't? Really?
I have a 19-year-old daughter I've raised.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't even been around you in 18 years.
Anyways, sorry, Dr. Phil.
You know, I spend at least half my time hearing what isn't said. And, you know, you want to roll your eyes and scoff at all of this, but you're the one facing criminal charges, and I'm trying to help you. Okay. And I can't tell you how many times I've sat with clients in conference rooms outside of the courtroom saying, listen, you take that attitude in there and the judge is going to drop a hammer on your ass.
Right.
And I'm telling you, you've got an attitude about you that a judge is going to drop a hammer on your ass. You don't have any ownership into this. I looked at some of your key statements. I wrote them down. Everybody is against me trying to sabotage my reputation. My family wants to ruin my life. They're trying to embarrass me. This is your mindset that you're the victim here. You take no responsibility for any of the circumstance that you're in. I don't see anything on there that says, you know, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I am apologetic. I'm sorry that this happened.
I do get upset, but I try to be, I'm a caring person too. Yes, I am. Or I wouldn't be cooking, cleaning, and doing all this for him.
I believe you had a caring side of you, but I also know that the neighbors have shown concern. They have voiced concern about you over there yelling at this old man.
Talking real loud. I know. I work on the street, you know, with children. I'm at a crossroads, so I have a tendency to talk real loud too, you know, on top of it. So, but, you know, I get upset about issues, but I would never intentionally hurt him, you know, physically bad. This was an accident. I wouldn't.
Never
My
apologized.
Yes, I did.
Now, I texted you once, please apologize. And you texted me back, don't tell me what to say.
Well, I know to say it myself. That's what I'm saying. You're not my mommy to tell me what to say.
Yeah, well, we just were waiting for an apology.
I did, sir. I did apologize. I did too.
You never
Yes,
apologized.
I did. You're not hearing me. Yes, I did.
No, you have not.
Okay.
How do you feel about
I
Pascal?
like to feel better. We just don't get along, sir. She's always controlled me, beat me up as a child. I just don't want her in my life. She doesn't care about me either.
You understand that if you've got a chip on your shoulder, you're the one that's suffering the consequences of it, not her.
She did damage to me. That's a problem for me. It's been very difficult for me.
Difficult. You
know, I'm just doing what I have to do.
Resentment towards her does not justify you doing the things that you're doing in your life just so you can blame her. You're not going to stand in front of a judge and say, my sister's a bitch, so I should get a pass. Because I'll guarantee you that judge, he or she, is not going to give one tinker's damn bit
I understand that.
What you think about your sister or whether you don't, whether you think you're a victim of your family or whether you don't.
Right.
They're going to hold you accountable as an adult for the choices you make and the things that you do.
Yes.
And if you've got problems with your family, they're going to say, then you get therapy, you get that fixed, but that doesn't give you license to go out and wreak havoc in other people's lives.
Right.
And if you continue to send those kind of messages to your mother, then she's going to get a restraining order against you, and you're going to be out of her life as well. Because I'm going to tell you to block her if she continues to abuse you verbally the way she's doing in those messages.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but listen, you've lived too long and gone through too much to listen to that kind of rhetoric from a child.
Right.
Well, is Natalie willing to admit that only she can solve this problem? We'll talk more about that after the break. Natalie. Natalie.
We're here to help you.
I don't want you to help me. I want Dr. Phil to help me.
Natalie.
Yes,
Listen
sir.
to him.
Shut up, Pastor.
Here's the bottom line. Let's hypothetically assume you never see them the rest of your life. You still have some acute problems and some chronic problems. The acute problems you've got is you're just weeks away from facing some charges in court. Prosecutors love these cases because sympathy runs with them. If you get in front of a judge or a jury, what you've got is you've got some loudmouth bully, and that's exactly how you're going to be portrayed, as a loudmouth bully that gets an old defenseless person behind closed doors and bullies them and abuses them and takes advantage of them. They like these cases, they clear them quick, and they come down on them hard. And whether you think they've set you up, sabotaged you, coached him, coaxed him, whatever, it isn't going to make a damn bit of difference. You're going to be facing a situation where you wind up in a COVID-infested jail. And they're going to bring up that Harry says that you're worse when you drink. They're going to bring up 2 DUIs that you've had in the past. They're going to talk about when they went in going through to clear your stuff, they find an empty vodka bottle in your bedroom. They're going to, I'm just, roll your eyes all you want.
No, I'm just hearing, no.
But
Yeah,
there's picture evidence of all of this. And then you get over there and you have this attitude like, well, how dare you? Okay, you're gonna dare me? Watch this. All of your, they'll just well your hands right behind your back and march your happy ass off to jail is exactly what they're gonna do. You need to clean up your attitude and your act, or you're going to jail. Now, I will help you by getting you some professional help to work with you on this. I will get you a teletherapist through Doctor On Demand, a company that we own and control, a board certified and licensed therapist that will work with you. I'll set up 10 sessions immediately. You can rage about your family, rage about whoever you want to them, and get this turned around so they can go to a prosecutor and say, look, she's gotten herself some serious help here.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go to jail.
And I would recommend that if you do that and a therapist says that you've made a concerted effort, then I would support these charges against you being dropped.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. It would help me a lot.
But it would depend on you making a concerted, genuine effort to resolve this situation.
Okay.
And stop blaming everybody in your life and start owning who and where you are.
Okay.
Now, I will make that offer to you if you will take it.
Yes, I like that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I would.
All right, we're out of time. If you at home want to have your own Doctor On Demand, is where you don't want to go to an office and sit in a waiting room of people that may or may not be infected with COVID-19, go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store and download Doctor On Demand app. And by the way, Doctor On Demand is waiving copays for Medicare Plan B beneficiaries during the COVID-19 to make it easier for you to see a board-certified doctor from the safety of your home. So if you're a Medicare Part B beneficiary, your visit will cost $0. I want to thank all of my guests today. For more information about today's show, log on to drphil.com. You can follow me on Facebook. We'll probably be talking about this very thing right here. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere that's social. They pop up everywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to my wife Robin's podcast, I've Got a Secret. Consider this to be your weekly girl time while you listen to Robin spill her secrets, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss an episode. Robin and her friends swap secrets with thought leaders, political pioneers, entrepreneurs. She recently sat down with co-founder and CEO of Cool House Ice Cream, Natasha Case. She dished about how she turned her broken down truck at Coachella into an ice cream brand and a successful business. It is a really great story. Robin even suggested her own flavor ideas based on her favorites as a child. They're probably going to show up pretty soon. Check it out. Let her know what you think. We'll see you next time. All right, guys, thanks so much.
If you'd like to be part of our virtual audience and you have a computer with a camera, log on to drphil.com and click Be Part of the Audience.